Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Brenscop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Brenscop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Brenscop, straight up from the root. Mark Brenscop, who tell the truth? Mark Brenscop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Brenscop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Brenscop, straight up from the root. Mark Brenscop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Brenscop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people bogus. Cost of living gone up 100%. Get your give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base. Then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up. You done fed up. He done fed up. She done fed up. We done fed up. The people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment. And you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows. One set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up. You done fed up. He done fed up. She done fed up. We done fed up. The people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup. Look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. When you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Baratans too, cause I done fed up. You done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship?
Yeah, this is the elite team, the root team, strong team.
Number one,
PPP team.
Who's that one? Low lights and hungry bellies. National player! And the ball from Buxton Digital. All over! Showtime! Plus yes!
No, you want to. You want to move on the fucking station. I don't put the fucking enemy.
You guys remember that situation, right? A policeman was shot and killed by a PPP lunatic. Picked up a gun just like that and pie. Was his life under threat? No. No. There was an argument, heated argument on both sides. And he picked up that gun and murdered that guy cold-bloodedly. But yet, the justice system in Guyana placed that PPP lunatic, or what is it? They said that it's manslaughter. That's it. The DPP said it's manslaughter. The police said it's manslaughter. But we don't see manslaughter here. Unless if you guys see manslaughter, let me know.
No, you want to. You want to move on the fucking station? I don't put the fucking enemy.
So the PPP lunatic assaulted the guy first. We saw that with the slap of the hand. The guy picked up something and slammed it on the counter. The PPP lunatic picked up the gun and shot and killed the policeman. Shot and killed the policeman. Now, if you guys are part of a grand jury, then tell me where in what you just saw there amounts to manslaughter. Where does it amount to manslaughter? That is what you call cold-blooded murder. I mean, if any one of you in the audience disagree with me, feel free. You're not going to be blocked. I promise you guys this. You're not going to be thrown into the trenches. I promise you guys this. But do you guys see manslaughter there? Or do you see murder? Cold-blooded murder. On top of that, all of you, on top of that, you're not hearing anything. It's like this case no longer exists. It's done with. They throw it aside. They bury the guy. Oh, there's a policeman. And then we don't want to say what's his ethnicity because some people at ERC, those stupid vagabonds at ERC, their bumps raise, you know, they get upset, you know what I mean? But they know they can't bring that crap over here because we're going to toss them aside. We don't have time with the ERC. The ERC does not dictate. Those folks, those PPP vagabonds at the ERC, they do not dictate what we say, how we say. If we want to say somebody is black, somebody is Indian or African or whatever, if we want to say that, we will use it here. The ERC again doesn't dictate what we, but that policeman, because of his ethnicity, a black man, right? A black man. So because you speak the truth, you say a black man, then kill a black man. ERC bumps raise, and then they're going to say, wait a minute, Ben Sharp, you shouldn't be saying that. Well, to hell with the ERC. What Lucky B says? To do with the devil? Let me see if you guys understand what Lucky B, you see, I follow these things, right? I follow these things, even though during the course of the day, I have a busy day, a busy schedule. I still follow things. I know what's going on. What Lucky B said? Anybody in the audience, Rhonda Lane, Desiree Smart, Felix, Desiree Narayan, all of you guys, Wayne Caesar, well, he's a church boy. He's a deacon. He can understand. He probably doesn't even know who's Lucky B. But because of the corrupt system in Guyana, you just got to do what Lucky B says. Do exactly. All of them at ERC. Well, maybe excluding my friend Norris Witter, who should know better. Norris Witter is there and he's as quiet as a mouse. What is Norris Witter? Somebody tag Norris Witter. A good guy. He has been in the struggle for many, many years. I've known Norris since I was a little boy. Grew up calling him Uncle Norris. But now I'm an old man. I no longer call him Uncle Norris. It's Norris. We spent 3 nights in the Brick Dam lockups, fighting against injustices. All because we dared to stand in front of Henry Green's office, the police commissioner at that time, who died. He was killed in an accident. Oh gosh, talk about how horrible he was. Horrible. Anyways, so I know Norris, he, Lincoln, and I, Lincoln Lewis. By the way, good night to Lincoln Lewis. 3 nights in the Brick Dam lockups, and as soon as we got in there, on trumped-up charges, compliments of the dirty PPP regime, right? And that dirty guy, Henry Green, who's no longer on earth. Goodbye. Now, sorry, Mark, that's not a nice thing to do. You grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. You shouldn't be saying these things, right? Well, I used to go Clapham Church too, right? I started off Clapham Church in Linden, right opposite on them boat landing there, right? Whether Dutchy or Adams boat landing or whatever. Clapham, way back in the days, in the early 70s, Clapham Church as a little boy. And my favorite was Father Abraham. Everybody from First Alley, Second Alley, Third Alley, Poker Street, all of us as little boys and girls knew Father Abraham had many sons of Father Abraham. And if you see me, I am one of them. And so, good night again to all of you. We're now getting warmed up. Colin Barnwell. Colin Barnwell is an old man now. He celebrated his birthday the other day. Ian Williams, like Ian Williams, know what's going on. Fruits of Calvary. Fruits of Calvary. That was my church, Clapham. I used to love the Clapham church because we used to have fun. Yeah, Clapham. But at the Kingdom Hall, we just used to be sitting there. You can't say nothing. You can't sneeze. You can't look at a girl in the church. Or good night to all of my relatives who are Jehovah's Witnesses, my friends who are witnesses as well. Nothing bad about that. Just sharing my experience with you guys. Now back to our discussion here. Good night to all of the pastors and the apostles, the good ones who are watching. We have some of them right here on 107.1 FM, meaning Pastor Greenidge and Apostle Greenidge from 5 o'clock in the morning. You guys got to wake up and watch that program, man. Get little nice blessings and so forth. Wake up early and go on there and watch. Let me see. I just got a report that four bodies were discovered. 4 men dead in Georgetown. 4 on a boat. 4 men. Every single day. Spencer Orienta. Every single day is problems upon problems upon problems in Guyana. Every day is something horrible. Now back to Lucky B. Lucky B said, and this is why I'm saying apply the Lucky B method to ERC, the Ethnic Relations Commission. And where I just mentioned that Norris Witter is one of those commissioners. But Norris Witter is quiet. Why is Norris Witter quiet? We're not hearing much about him. We don't know what is going on. Ken Apostle, Dr. Aubrey Greenidge. Can you guys pray for those people at the ARC, including my friend Norris Witter? I don't know where Norris Witter is. Honestly, I don't know where he is. I just don't know where he is. But I'd like Norris Witter to open his mouth and say something. ERC has been persecuting people. And it's time that my friend Norris Witter comes out and say something. Something, Norris. All ERC is doing, they're targeting political opponents of the corrupt PPP regime. That is what they are doing. Targeting political opponents of the corrupt PPP regime. Now, apply the Lucky B syndrome to all of them. Every single one of them. Now, I'm going to put, out of respect, I'm going to put my friend Norris Witter aside for now, because I don't want them to apply the Lucky B syndrome to Norris Witter at this point in time. And maybe if he continues to stay quiet, then he will also get the Lucky B syndrome. How many of you know what is... How many of you guys know what is the Lucky B syndrome? I noticed somebody there, Savage Tish, how are you doing? I hope it's not a man that are changing up. Savage Tish. Savage Tish says, Lucky B syndrome. Let me see if you guys know what is the Lucky B syndrome. Give ERC the Lucky B syndrome method. Give the DPP chambers the Lucky B method. Give most of those officials or officers of the judiciary, give them the Lucky B syndrome. Give them. Give most of them in parliament, all of them. I wish I could have Lucky B ride his bicycle, park it up in front of Parliament building, go inside of Parliament and give Mansour Nadir the Lucky B syndrome. Up to now, y'all in catch on, y'all might be asking, who is Ben Chap talking about the Lucky B syndrome? What is the Lucky B syndrome? There is a Christian song that goes, "Go tell my enemy I am under the rock." But Lucky B is saying, do something else to your enemy. Do something else to the enemy, right, Robin Allen Barnwell? Do what to the enemy? Come on, guys. You guys are on social media. Y'all should know what's going on. Do what to the enemy? Now, ERC is the enemy. ERC is not a friend or friends of the people of Guyana. ERC is the enemy. DPP operates as though they're the enemy. The government is the enemy of the people. And give them the Lucky B syndrome. What is the Lucky B thing? Lucky B said, y'all want me to say it or y'all want to say it in the audience? Y'all spell it out. Don't just put dots and dots. Spell it out, Shelly the Rider. Spell it out. It's okay tonight. Tonight, it's okay. Spell it out. Just like Doggy. Y'all know Doggy is my boy, right? Just like Doggy spelling Eureka. Doggy said, Eureka. Spell it out. It's okay. Spell it out. Give them the Lucky B syndrome. Let me see. Pam Hall is saying Lucky B comes from an educator. Oh, fair enough. I'm not questioning that. He's very talented too, but it's unfortunate people have that sort of downfall in life. And we just got to pray that, yeah. But Lucky B syndrome is basically skin you. Turn around and skin on ERC, on the corrupt government, especially in Jack Dale's face. But Lucky B got to be careful if he's going to do the Lucky B syndrome to Jack Dale. If Jack Dale catchy, his war is in the dance, war is the night. Good night again. My name is Mark Benshap. Welcome to Straight Up. I know budget is on your minds, right? Y'all want to hear about the budget and the showdown and the tech-ups and all these things in Parliament. Right now, I feel like just doing a Lucky beep on them in Parliament. All of them on the government side, the so-called government. Just get up and this one more people. How many of you guys have already shared the link? If you haven't already, well, maybe that was the time to do it before we do the Lucky beep on you guys. Lemon, you do the Lucky beep on them. All right. Hey, Guyana is a fun place. Every day, regardless of what the trials and tribulations are in Guyana, every day you get something to skin your teeth about, right? Something to skin your teeth about, right? Somebody go and hurt Doggy's feelings. I don't know if you guys saw that. Somebody said that Doggy get 1% brain. Oh God, Doggy take the thing off. So Doggy take the thing off so till he couldn't take it on. I've never seen Doggy so upset. Do not tell my friend Doggy that he get 1% brain. Because I tell you what, Doggy is smarter than a lot of them in the government, and Doggy is smarter than some of them in the opposition too, right? So whoever Doggy that he get 1% brain and hoard Doggy all day, what are you gonna do Doggy that? Parliament is fun. It's not like what we knew Parliament to be back in the days where you sit down and you say, Mr. Speaker. But do not be fooled though, What you're seeing in Parliament now is nothing new, especially the older folks like Wayne Caesar, Neville Seatal, and Audrey Brung, and all of them, right? And Savitri Rose. They're like 80, 90 years and up. They're not young and thing like us. We are in our 20s still, right? But back in those days, if some of y'all were condemning and saying that Parliament is not this, a Parliament, what y'all expect Parliament to be? Like one of those quiet church? Sorry again to my relatives who were Jehovah's Witnesses. I love Jehovah's Witnesses. I was part of that still, right? I'm still part of that. So, but those quiet churches that you go and you don't clap and thing, right? And so Parliament has always been a place, regardless of whether it's Guyana, whether it's England, regardless of where it is, regardless, Claire Frank, of where it is. Maybe it's the zoo now, but on the part of the government side, because when you look at some of them guys, you want to know if you're there in the zoo. Seriously. Oh, mama, look at Goo-Goo. Oh, who? This Goo-Goo? Like when you're growing up small, this is a Goo-Goo man, right? This is a Goo-Goo man. But then again, another Goo-Goo man. Goo-Goo? Gugu. Gugu. Gugu man. Gugu. Gugu. Gugu man. Gugu man. Gugu. Gugu. Sorry. Again, so some of you now, you listen to Parliament now because maybe you're now, I know Apostle Greenwich and Pastor Greenwich, they'll pray for me, and other pastors, and maybe pandits and mages and things, they'll pray for me, man. Thank you so much. I get a bit carried away sometimes, and please do forgive me. And so now in Parliament, what you're seeing now is nothing new. But for some of you who are newcomers to this would say, look how they're behaving in Parliament. Oh gosh, Parliament's supposed to be a nice, respectable place. In some other parts of the world, they throw punches in Parliament. They cough up in Parliament. Some of them pull guns all in Parliament, and they abuse out. That is the nature of Parliament. I don't know why they call it Parliament as opposed to just call it a political market, street market. Because market vendors behave better than most of them in Parliament. Market vendors, you go around by Stabrook Market, those people are well behaved. Most of them. You go Mackenzie Market, same thing. Wisma Market, same thing. They are well behaved. Even the bus touts are well behaved. You go around Linden Bus Park, they no longer run after you and grab you, heist you up and throw you in a bus and say, all we need is one more passenger. But when you go in the bus, it's just you alone, right? I got more respect for the touts, the minibus touts. I have more respect for the vendors than I do for most of them in Parliament, especially those pakus, those vagabonds in the PPP regime on their side. I have more respect for people like Doggy than I do for that Speaker of the National Assembly. And I'm being honest with you guys. I get more respect for Lucky B, the skin man, than I have for Jack Dale and those vagabonds. So now Parliament, nothing new. So when Priya gets up with yourself, hypocrite, and try to pretend as though, Mr. Speaker, if I may, according to Standing Order Skin 1, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't allow you bringing down the House. Who could bring down or disrespect or in the disrepute and all them nonsense that? Who could bring it down more than Priya and she band of vagabonds? When they protested and then make a set of noise and they go on and she holler, rape, rape, and they wanted to beat up policemen and all kind of thing right there in Parliament. They didn't know that they were disrespecting the Speaker. If I had my way, all of them would have been arrested and dumped in the lockups for 28 days and let them cry like little boys and little girls and let them shed their tears and let them feel the pain that the people of the nation have been feeling for all those years of the corrupt PPP regime. But yet they're going to sit there like a bunch of hypocrites, pretending as though they are innocent. They're proper. What about when that vagabond Dharamlal said that one of those female MPs in the opposition need a dildo? Somebody need a dildo, right? The same one who said need a dildo is back there in Parliament. Priya didn't stand up and say, but Mr. Speaker, where is the dildo? I hope it's not mine that Dharamlal is going to be giving to the female member of the opposition. They don't remember that. So Dharamlal wasn't bringing the Parliament, the entire Parliament into disrepute. No, he wasn't disrespecting Parliament. They love that. They laugh about the dildo because it was funny for them. It was fun for them. I probably bring back lots of memories for some of them as well. So it was okay then. It was okay when Nanalal showed this. It wasn't about his muscle. It wasn't about his muscle. Sorry that I called my hand up there for a quick second. Let me put on my male voice. Good night and welcome to Straight Up. My name is Mark Benchap. So when you sit at times and you watch and you listen to these vagabonds in the PPP, you want to know whether them people, them attack about decency, them Katahars, them Korhis, them Chamars, them Tere Kabur, Nanika Chodor, they're sitting there lecturing people about democracy, lecturing people about good governance, lecturing people about morality, lecturing people about decency, lecturing people about how to speak properly. They're the last set of people on the face of the earth to lecture people about speaking properly. They can't speak properly. They have somebody that they're masquerading as president of Guyana that can't speak properly. He can't pronounce words properly. Even Jack Day can't pronounce words properly. You ask them to say development. How do you develop the country? You can't pronounce the word development. It's always develop. Bring Lucky B upon them, like give them the Lucky B syndrome. Lucky B, skin upon them there, right? They say, but development. Can't even, you're in parliament. Some of them are in parliament, and they can't even pronounce parliament. That cockabelly one that hosts some so-called press conference every Thursday, well, he's missing in action now because he's sick like a dog, right? Can't even pronounce parliament. All you're hearing is parliament. But what is parliament? What exactly is parliament? 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 You gotta be kidding me. So all these things they're doing and they're talking, they don't make sense. They're trying to continue to brainwash people, but they can't brainwash people no more. Them can't. You know, see that guy from Win we name? Is it La Cruz or something? La Cruz said, I mean, not take them nonsense away. Kwame, don't talk to me. Don't come round me funny. Talk to me with your man voice. Right? I mean, that's funny, by the way, because you don't expect Kwame to talk with a man voice. Come on. Susan Rodriguez may more talk. I take that back. 8:35. My name is Mark Benchap. Welcome to Straight Up. Now, speaking of Susan Rodriguez. Susan Rodriguez stood there, strong, powerful voice, talking, so she thought, condemning the coalition government, condemning them that the 5 Bs. I hope one of the Bs there, she didn't mean to be a lucky BB, some of you might, we tried to make Lucky B a little famous. He's a funny guy, man. Sometimes you need a little laughter indeed, right? Sometimes we do need a little laughter in our lives. After all the trials and tribulations, and Guyanese, I don't know how Guyanese endure this. They're tough people. Regardless of what they go through, they still find something to joke about, something that is so funny to put a smile on someone's face. And that is what we appreciate. That is what you call an art. Regardless of what, every day, a Guyanese will die in a blackout right now, and they're going to smile, they're going to do something about it. They're going to smile about it, right? And when they smile about it, they put that smile on our face as well. And that is what I appreciate. And not everything is skin teeth, mind you, and not every skin teeth is laugh, right? So, hey, let's get back to this. So, now what's happening? What's happening in Parliament is that those goats, those pakus, those chamars on the PPP side, they are trying to make it look as though those guys in the opposition don't know what they're saying. But many of them, it took them years, the PPP, years, and they still can't get it right. Auntie Kwame can't get it right as yet. The other uncles, now let's get back to Susan. Forget about that. Sometimes I get carried away. Aunties and uncles. Now, speaking of uncles. Okay, let's get back to Susan Rodriguez. Susan Rodriguez, basically, right? She's a hypocrite. Susan Rodriguez is a hypocrite. To condemn the coalition as though they have done nothing and the coalition took away this and took away that. What did the coalition take away from anybody? The PPP regime took away so much from the Guyanese people. And I think it's members of parliament, Saiku Andrews, who put it best. And I believe Duncan also addressed the issue, and Sharma Solomon, those MPs and others. But specifically Saiku said, wait a minute. Y'all are talking about 10,000 school grants for children and telling people that the coalition government took $10,000 away from little children? What stupidness you're talking, Susan? What's going on with you, Bana? What stupidness you're talking? Turn to your neighbor and say, what stupidness Susan talking? What stupidness Susan talking? Eh? $10,000, what the coalition government did was say, look, we got to offer more than $10,000 to our young people in Guyana because young people deserve better. But for the PPP regime, they don't care. Young, middle-aged, young people like me, middle-aged people like some of y'all there, and old people like some of y'all, right? Old people like some of y'all, right? $10,000, these vagabonds in the PPP say, but they give people $10,000 for the year, you know, not $10,000 per month or per week, for the year. You tell me, which one of them could survive on $10,000 to send them picnic at school? $10,000 Guyana dollars, you know, which is just about $50 US per year. $50 US per year. Somebody call Lucky B pon them. Let Lucky B do what you got to do. Skin pon them, Lucky B. Skin pon them. Now, what Saiku, the member of parliament for APNU, explained, that the 10,000 wasn't taken away from young people of Guyana. You get buses, school buses, free transportation. For 23 years, the PPP couldn't provide that. Free breakfast. For 23 years, the corrupt, dirty PPP couldn't provide that. Bicycles to young people, the PPP couldn't provide that. Boats for young people in the interior area and so forth, and the PPP couldn't provide that. They couldn't provide these sort of things at all for the people, right? But yet they stand there, these vagabonds, yeah, Susan, they stand there and they lie, and they lie. And then when they can't get their way, then they jump up like the backpack of hypocrites that they are, like Priya. Mr. Speaker, a pack of hypocrites they are. Most of them, if not all of them, as soon as they got into office, is rich. They enrich themselves. They enrich the sweet man. They enrich the sweet woman. They enrich the family members, they enrich close friends. And guess what? 58% of the people of Guyana are living in poverty. They earn less than $6 US per day. And then you're telling me what? What is it that you're going into parliament to argue now and to debate? A budget that is mainly for friends, family, and favorites? As soon as the budget is done and it is passed, because they're going to pass the budget. Oh yeah, they're going to pass the budget, right? They're going to pass the budget. And then when they pass the budget, they're going to hit the streets and they're going to give out little trench contracts to this person, their friends and their cronies. They're going to rush out there to buy votes because they're preparing. Oh, yeah, they're preparing. Repeat after me. Turn to your neighbor and say they're preparing for local government elections. While they're preparing for the upcoming local government elections in Guyana, the last local government elections, they're yet to officially declare. And they cheat and they cheat and they cheat and they cheat. This local government elections, maybe that explains why the budget is $1.5+ trillion, the biggest budget in the history of Guyana. Everything for them, Jack, they love big budget. Lucky B, deal with them there, right? Everything, the biggest this, the biggest that, the biggest this, the biggest that, the biggest crowd, the biggest budget, the biggest all sort of things, right? Every single thing for them is the biggest. Jack dear, we understand why. So the budget now is the biggest budget in the history of Guyana. That's according to them. So the biggest budget doesn't mean that it's going to reach out to the ordinary people of Guyana. No, the people of Denamstel, the people at Philippi Farm on the Quarantine, Kilmarnock, Maida, Hampshire, Belvedere, Port Morant, Alness, Manchester, Ulverston, Ryman's Irvine, Mount Sinai, and those places. So it is not like those people are going to benefit from that at all. The people are not going to benefit from it. It is the corrupt PPP regime, their friends, families, and favorites. That is what it's about. So as soon as that budget is passed, right now they're only going through the motion, gaff and gaff and gaff and gaff. And whilst those guys in the opposition mean well, kudos to the 12 APNU. And I like some of the guys them in Win who cussing them out. Sometimes cussing is good. Turn to your neighbors and say, sometimes cussing is good. Turn to your neighbor and say, sometimes abusing out is good. What is life without a little abusing out? What is life without a little pashway? Jesus Christ himself had a little pashway, right? Jesus Christ, remember in the synagogue, had a little pashway, tumble up, right, Brenda Casey? Jesus Christ tumble up, throw down, said, come out of here. So not all the time you gotta be sitting there and like, hello, like your pants tight, and your jacketing, and you sit down there like you, hi, good night. My name is Mark Benshaw. How are you? Sometimes you got to broke out. Sometimes you got to throw down the table and all these things. You got to do these things, guys. How you think change is going to come about? Change is not going to come about by sitting there and folding your legs and, hello, good night. And the APN, you guys got to stop with them kind of shows they're doing. Like if, yes, good afternoon. How are you? You got to pashway. You got to do like what Jagan did. Yeah, back to Parliament in the early days. How many of you guys heard how Jagan used to perform in Parliament? Jagan used to cuss out. Jagan used to, y'all think Jagan wasn't raw? Jagan was rah. Sometimes you got to get an interpreter. So the PPP can't talk about rah. They had a speaker of the National Assembly, they named Derek Jagan. All them chaps rah. Rah. Jagan was rah. Jagan used to get vexed. He used to throw down things. He used to throw down books. He used to dash down the mace. He used to perform. He used to go out bad. So these PPP vagabonds, when they want to stand up and talk about decency, somebody in the opposition should remind them that these sort of antics and the behavior that they're seeing now, Jagan used to do worse than that. Turn to your neighbor and say, Jagan did worse than that. Back in those days, those guys used to debate. They used to debate, even with Dr. Jagan's language. They used to debate because we're all Guyanese. You tell me, if me start talk like this, y'all ain't gonna understand me? Y'all want me to come here and be more British than the British? Y'all want me to be more British than Tony Blair? Y'all want me to be more British than Margaret Thatcher? Oh, man. That's our problem. The British left Guyana supposedly all those years ago, but some of them in Guyana believe that they're still British. Hello. No, you can't do that, and don't do this. Oh no, look, take a page off the Jamaicans them. Even the Jamaican PM him go and talk to people and say, well, go on, man. Yeah, man, so we have to do, and the government will take care of it, right? And so we have to do it, and make sure you go out there. May I go be back and thing, and so forth. The Jamaicans, they do it. Even the Bajans. You ever hear the band? You ever hear Maya Motley? Maya Motley. Oh, she created havoc in Guyana. That person, I never forget them, never, right? But Bajans now, you ever hear the Bajan there? Oh, go blind, oh, fry fish, cook, go blind me, yo, show me, oh, I go on and go, oh, go. You get a Bajan girl and she look at you and she, my God, blind me, you know I love you, all my heart. Or you get a Bajan man and he look at you and he say, oh, girl, you so beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. But in Guyana now, y'all want to be proper. Y'all want to be proper. Why is Mark English so raw? Or why is Eldon Kendall Harvey talking so raw? Right? Why? We're Guyanese. You tell me them chaps in the opposition side, y'all don't understand them? Eh? Y'all don't understand what they say? Y'all always want to be so proper. Oh, girl, I love you. I said, girl, I love you. Bad. Right? Whatever happened to those things? Yeah, I like you. Bad. Right? And so you've got to be run. Yeah. Sorry about that. No, that's my beautiful Emma. Sorry, my heart just melted. You gotta love kids. Mark Welcome's daughter's birthday is tonight. She's 7 years old. So Mark Welcome, also known as Squash Man. I call him Squash Man. Tag him and say happy birthday to his daughter. That's what I get every night. Beautiful, every day. And just sorry about that. And sometimes you know that, especially when a corrupt government and their goons want to kill you, but 20 plus years later, you're still alive to tell your story. Sometimes you're like, I'm so thankful for life. I'm thankful that I'm here. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for so much. You know, I'm thankful. I'm just thankful for all of you as well. Sometimes some of you don't agree with me. Sometimes some of you cuss me out. Sometimes some of you call me all sorts of names, all sorts of things. It's okay. But you know, sometimes my heart just melts. Beautiful little daughter just melt my heart. My kids do that to me too, right? So now let me get back on track, right? With Cherry Jagan. So when the PPP, they come to y'all and they talk all these nonsense and they're laughing them chaps. I think it's Sherrod Duncan. Sherrod Duncan is a star, you know. But I'm still looking for him we get something for Pashwe industry. But Sherrod Duncan, putting all fun and joke aside, Sherrod Duncan, Sherrod Duncan, not Dunkin' Donut, Sherrod Duncan is a star. Not because he's from Linden. Yes, Lindeners. Now, Sherrod Duncan said in Parliament to that Paku, some Jacobs, he said, no. Jacobs, was it Sherrod who said that? Jacobs can't be no veteran cricketer. He just played in the CPL, right? He never played Test match or West Indies. He just played in the CPL. And on top of that, Sherrod Duncan said this guy Jacobs, or whatever his name is, went 1 or 2 days in the Northwest or somewhere there. And he come out back from there, and he is more Amerindian. He is more Amerindian than hey, these Pakus in the PPP are something else, man. They are something else. Sharma Solomon, kudos, man. Good speech. Sharma Solomon, Ganesh Mahipal, good speech. Yeah. As Simona Brooms would say, hey, oi, hey, yeah, right? And so kudos to them. So Priya and these people can't talk about how people speak. Priya can't speak properly, right? Whenever she talks for more than 2 minutes, her dentures fall off. But check what's going on. Irfan Ali can't speak properly. Jagdeep can't speak properly. Kwame Mackay can't speak properly, right? Now, I meant ask the even the Speaker of the National Assembly can't speak properly. ladies and gentlemen, talking like if he left the bottom part of his denture in India when he was there the other day, right? So who in the PPP side could speak properly? Well, Gil Teixeira still get a Canadian accent from over 100 years ago. Dr. David Hines gave them a little lecture today, but I don't know why Dr. David Hines said that Gil Teixeira is his mentor, one of his mentor. I don't know mentor doing what, but if Gil Teixeira is one of Dr. David Hines' mentor, well, mentors, I don't know why. Dr. Hines, good night to you. Good speech also, good history there. And that is what's being taught to the PPP history lesson. So the PPP guys, them, cannot talk about the people them talking, they not talk. As to the reading part, Priyam Manikchan started off reading from script. All of them are reading from script. Now let's get to this guy, Kwame McCoy. They're calling one of Win guys, a guy named Garbajan, right? Garbajan is a funny character. Up to now, I ain't even, Garbajan, God in heaven knows what Garbajan said about the debate. You walk away from Garbajan, he talk about Labar Gabar, right? That's all. That's all the debate, right? But they are laughing Garbajan. They are saying that Garbajan is a deportee from the U.S. That Garbajan is a deportee from the U.S. These people in the PPP should be ashamed of themselves. Many of them have had their visas, their U.S. and Canadian visas revoked. But when they're calling Garbajan a deportee from the U.S., Garbajan, yeah. Well, Garbajan don't make joke by Garbajan just jump here, jump there, jump all over by. So he jump and he didn't win now, right? And so they call him Garbajan a deportee from the U.S. Whether Garbajan was deported from the U.S. or not, he has to say where he is. But not because someone is deported from the U.S. or Canada makes them a bad person, right? And sometimes y'all got to stop with that. But if the PPP wants to call and say that Garbajan is a deportee from the U.S., what about this guy? This guy is a deportee too. This guy, this person, this thing, Kwame McCoy, a deportee. How many of y'all know that Kwame McCoy is a deportee? Seriously, I'm looking at some of your comments there. How many of you guys know that Kwame McCoy is a deportee? So when these guys on the PPP side laughing at that Win guy and calling him a deportee and all these things, they should look around. A lot of them have had their visas revoked. And on top of that, Kwame McCoy is a deportee. How many of you guys know that Kwame McCoy is a deportee? So the guys over at Win side should holler back and remind them on the PPP side that Kwame McCoy is a deportee. He went to a small island, a small Turks and Caicos, I believe, and they deported him. They deported him because of questionable conduct and all sort of dirtiness. All sort of dirty, oh God, dirtiness. So till the people deported him, he is a deportee. Kwame McCoy is a deportee. Tortolia, oh man, Lyndon, Elliott. I don't know, them Elliott smart by. Well, not all of them Elliott, right? Right. But Lyndon Elliott is one of them smart ones. He knows what's going on. Tortola, Kwame McCoy went to Tortola and tried to Corcola. And then when they tried to Corcola, the people said, no, you can't curl up here. You got to curl out. So they ejected him out of Tortola. He is a deportee. Lord of mercy. These hypocrites in the PPP, that is what they are, a pack of hypocrites and parasites. So now let's talk. No, I don't want to talk about this one Jack Dale, also known as Dilip, and his whereabouts, hiding. So they're trying to pad him up, and I really do mean pad him up, so that he can make a little appearance in Parliament and a little speech in Parliament. They're padding him up, padding him up. They prop him up the other day to meet with some, I think, outgoing Indian diplomats, and then he went right back into his position. But they're padding him up so that he can make an appearance in Parliament. Now, let me say this here. I think it's over the week, this coming weekend. They want to go to Linden. They want to go to Linden, a bunch of them, maybe it's this weekend or whenever, to fool the people of Linden. So according to the highlighters and some folks in Linden, they're patching roads, the little holes they're going around, and they're patching it. That is the hallmark of Jack Dale and them. They like to patch holes, patch holes on the road. They're patching roads certain areas in Linden because they plan on going to Linden to brainwash the people. So they're patching things up. They don't want it to be bumpy like what they did to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. No, they want to drive smooth and nice. They don't want the roughness, cathedral style, right? I'm a little naughty. I don't know why. Sometimes I quickly catch myself and I ask for forgiveness. But the people of Linden, if you're watching, all of you guys from Linden, why are you guys going to sit back and allow the PPP to spread their propaganda in Linden? Not only should the people go out because certain positions have not been filled yet, not only that, people should go out when it matters. And the people of Linden should go out in their numbers to reject the PPP, to boo the PPP, to drown them out with protest at every corner. Now, are you guys prepared to do that in Linden? I don't know. Or is it just going to be done on Facebook? Boo them, chase them out of Linden. Give them not the Lucky Bee syndrome alone. Give them the Lucky Bee. Give them the Lucky Bee, but also remind them and give them the Jack Dale formula as well. Y'all know what is the Jack Dale formula?
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, you're undemocratic. They're going to face a different situation right across the country.
Instance, when they come to...
So it's okay, it's perfectly fine for Dilip, also known as Jack Dale, right? Dilip, also known as Jack Dale. It is okay for this one here, Dilip, also known as Jack Dale, to encourage their supporters, PPP supporters, to chase officials of the AP and UAFC government, to walk behind them and chase them out and all manner of things. Well, that is why I'm saying if the people of Linden are not prepared to give them this Lucky Bee, the Lucky Bee formula, then give them the Jack Dale's formula, which is basically walk behind them, chase them out, tell them that they're not wanted in Linden. Ask yourselves this question, Lindeners. What exactly has the PPP done for you guys? What exactly? Not only for the 23 plus the 5 years and so forth, but what exactly has the PPP done for the people of Linden? Unemployment is the highest. Poverty, 58% plus of people are living in poverty. Lindeners, young people don't have jobs. People are complaining. You walk around, there's nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do. That is what is happening in Linden. And so the people of Linden should stand up and say, no, We are not going to accept you corrupt vagabonds of the PPP to walk into Linden and brainwash the people of Linden. No, 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 no. Lindeners, it is your democratic right to stand strong and reject the PPP. And if possible, eject them in a peaceful way. You don't want no rough up nobody, because the PPP is good at that. They're good at roughing up people. But you want to eject them in a good way, in a sophisticated way. Beat pots, beat empty pots, beat pawns. Women should go out, beat your pans, beat PANS, beat your empty pots, because there's nothing to cook. There's no eggs to fry. There's really nothing. The only set of people who are cooking and eating lavishly and getting fat and looking well, shinish, is this Katahar. Crapos like this Katahar. They're going to government for mind them, for taxpayers to mind them. The only body that basically looking rough is this one here. Rough. This other one end up in places like this. This is what's going on with them. They go into government to look fat and look shine off of taxpayers' money. Last night, I reminded you guys about this one, Sister Ryan, who's some diplomat here, some high commissioner somewhere now, compliments of taxpayers of this. He went in, when he went in the government, he had one short jack, one dingy short jack with a little dal stain and cadrip stain on it. A little sour from some puri, credit from Shanta's puri shop, or on the back road. That's what these guys get into power. That is what they get into positions for. As per Jack there, we know he's always in a position, always ready for anything, money, any sort of thing. That is what these guys are using their positions for. It's nothing about the people, nothing for the people. That is what is happening in Guyana. And that is what the budget is all about. Thieving and corruption. More corruption upon corruption. And as soon as this 1.5 something trillion dollars is over, guess what? They're going to go and look for more money, because they want more money to keep their honey and to keep their sugar tank going. They're investing your taxpayer dollars in people's sugar tank. So we're living now with the people, a bunch of PPP vagabonds who are more concerned about putting your tax dollars into sugar tanks, not the sugar industry, not into people's pockets, not to get the economy vibrant and these sort of things. They are taking your money and putting it in people's sugar tanks. Whether it's around the cathedral or wherever they go, that is what they're doing. And that is why you've got to give them the lucky bee syndrome, turn around and skin upon them. That is what it's about. So I hope one of those guys in Parliament could do exactly what Lucky Bee's asking to do. I'm serious. Some of you guys might say, Mark is a little bit of a radical. Y'all don't see radicalism yet. Right? Y'all don't see radicalism yet. How many of y'all know me when I did nice and young and sweet and charming? Charming, right? Y'all don't know radicalism yet. Y'all only seen 20% of me. Y'all didn't really want to see 50%, because if y'all see, and Jack Dale and them know it, if they see 50% is back and right, Shelly Douglas? 30% Mark is back and on them, so right? All right, speaking of back and y'all know he's got to run out of here after 1 hour, right? We're staying on longer. I'm out of here. Some of y'all could get vexed. I could stop y'all. I could do whatever y'all want to do. I am out of here, because if you stay 2 minutes longer, y'all going to get the lucky bee syndrome. I know as soon as I get off, y'all going to go and look up. What is this lucky bee thing, right? What is this lucky bee thing? All right, if you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you. Whatever anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Whatever you're doing, we are with you. And, as for what's happening in Guyana, guess what? Be optimistic, guys. Whatever is happening to you in your life, be optimistic too. Better days are ahead. And I'm an optimist. And remember where I came from, right? They were all the way in the dungeons, in darkness. And I was able to overcome all of that. I say this so that you can use that as an example too. So no matter what you're enduring, what you're going through in your life, always be optimistic. because at some point in time, it's not going to always be the same. Some of you are going through whatever struggle, maybe financial struggle, maybe spiritual struggle, maybe fighting to be who you really want to be. But the system is oppressing and holding you back. Don't let the system hold you back from being who you really want to be. My prayers are with you, all of you. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be listening to our show, and I hope our pastor, Apostle, Dr. Aubrey Greenidge, and his wife, Pastor Greenidge as well, I hope they could pray for the entire nation and even our brothers and sisters in the United States of America who are going through some very, very tough times, whether immigration-wise or otherwise. Our brothers and sisters in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and other places. This nation was built by immigrants, you know. Everyone has an accent in this country. This nation at one point in time, many of you remember Brooklyn, there's an Italian accent, there's an Irish accent, there's Spanish accent, there's a French accent, you name it, built by immigrants. Who you think built the White House? Who you think built all of these big bridges, the railways for free labor and all these things? Who you guys think? Y'all know that the White House was actually built by Africans, free labor and all these things? Don't let anybody disrespect you guys. Turn to your neighbor and say, don't let anybody disrespect you guys. I've got to go. I could stay on longer, but my days are sometimes so busy, man. So busy. I love you guys. God bless you. And God bless our beautiful country, Guyana, where our navel strings are buried. And God bless our adopted country, the United States of America. Regardless of what we might be going through right now in the U.S., better days are always ahead. Love you guys. God bless you. I'm out of here. Ta-ta.
I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. Can't take it no more. Imagine 18 hours of blackout and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people. Search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we will set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment. And you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how we will set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout.
Made rapid progress.
change up a new